Hello everyone, I'm Vin Ebenau at Berkeley Township Town Hall with the newest police chief of the Berkeley Township Police Department, Kevin Santucci, getting sworn in here on May 1st to lead the department here in Ocean County. So going from deputy chief, now you're chief of police. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So what has that been like for you, kind of knowing maybe what was coming, and then certainly all the emotions of being promoted to police chief and going through the ceremony, having to talk in front of family in the department, and of course everybody that you'll be leading within the department?
Sure. Yeah, it's definitely been a hectic time, but an exciting time. Trying to get everything out to thank everybody that helps you to get to this point is not easy. I'm sure I left some people out there, but they know who they are. Over the last couple of years, I've got to work day to day with Chief DeMichael, and we had a good relationship. So I learned a lot from her, and I just hope to continue to build upon what she did here, when she took over for Chief Wineline. So.
And I know you started out your law enforcement career about 20 years ago in Seaside Park, went to Ocean Gate, just a hop, skip, and a throw away,
Sure.
And then you came over here to Berkeley Township. But what are some of the things that you've learned in each of your stops, and then certainly most recently under Chief DeMichael, with being a police officer, rising up through the ranks, working with other law enforcement agencies, working with the community? What are some of the things that you've learned over time that you're passing along?
Sure. So having the ability to be able to work in different agencies shows you like a different point of view. Different size agencies. Those two agencies are smaller, but you're still required to do those same jobs and get everything done. Between people I've worked with from the beginning in Seaside Park to Ocean Gate to here, the guys that are retired now, and even the current officers, definitely you take a little piece of what you see how everybody does the right way, or the right way you should act and you should portray yourself as the police, to the public and amongst your peers. I think, I have family in law enforcement. My brother's the chief of police in Colts Neck, and other families throughout the other family members throughout the years. So you see how they carry themselves, and you try to emulate the good things.
It's almost like a real life version of Blue Bloods. You got that Blue Bloods running in the family, Ocean and Monmouth County, the Santucci's.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Did you? What are some of the things maybe you learned from your brother over the years about being in law enforcement?
Well, that every day is different. You can't really plan. You can plan only so much. Usually every time I have a game plan to do something for that day, it would change based on what else was going on in the world or what we needed to address. So you just got to stay flexible and be able to adapt to every situation. And there's so many, in law enforcement that you don't really realize, when you start this process. When you start as a, 20-year-old kid in Seaside, you're in college, you don't really realize what you're going to be doing, So.
Certainly over the last 20 years, over the last 5 years and last year alone, certainly things have changed in society at the face of law enforcement, even before 2020, whether it was social justice issues or just kind of the way people perceive police, and painting the broad brush for local towns like us, around Ocean and Monmouth County, or just anywhere in bigger cities. So how difficult has it become over the years, and what are some of the ways that you've learned, and some things that you want to tell your officers here in Berkeley about confronting different situations or resolving situations peacefully?
Yeah, so I would just say I'd like them to stay open-minded, but I also ask the same with the public. I mean, we're not in their shoes and they're not in ours, so we all have to, be a little adaptable and see that there's more than just their side of the story. But that being said, I mean, really, it's not easy to overcome when somebody does something wrong. We get labeled as a group when there are a lot of honest, good, hardworking men and women in law enforcement, and hopefully people that have those positive interactions with them will continue to spread that, because I would ask my guys, my men, my women, I would ask them to treat the people they deal with as you would want your own family treated. That's kind of how I would try to portray myself, and in my years coming through law enforcement.
What is your message to the people across Berkeley as you become police chief here, about some things you want them to know about what, if anything, is changing with the department, or what things you're keeping the same? Anything you want them to know about spotting crimes, reporting anything, things that you'd like to get them to know, and for them to get to know you and you to get to know them?
Yeah, I think the first thing I would say is not to hesitate to report stuff. Because we get a lot of times, especially in our senior communities, where they feel like maybe they're a nuisance and they're bothering us. But really we can't be everywhere all the time. The public is our eyes and ears. I mean, there's only so many of us, so a lot of what we do is aided by them, by the public. You know, we use their assistance to whether solve crimes or set up different programs. So really feedback from the community is really important. So.
And Berkeley native, graduate of Central Regional High School in 1996. So born and raised Berkeley, so you know Berkeley, you know Ocean County. What are some of the things that you love most about the Berkeley community?
Just the sense of family in the community. My parents moved down here in, I believe, 1972. And my siblings and I were raised here. I raised my kids with my wife in the area, and just there's so much to do around here. You're kind of in the middle of everything. You know, it's just a nice place. There's a lot of great people in the community that are always looking to help each other out.
Chief Santucci, thank you for the time. Congratulations and good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That is Berkeley Township Police Chief Kevin Santucci. I am Vin Ebenu here at Berkeley Township Town Hall, speaking with the new police chief in Berkeley, here to protect all of you in the Berkeley area and work with other law enforcement around Ocean County.